Okay, so you ready?
Yep.
Oh, yay, this is a moment. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Disney Decaf, a series where I drink coffee and review the latest Disney movies that have just come out in theaters. Yes, I got it on the first try. If you haven't noticed, I have my brother Ryan with me today.
That's me.
Because we are going to be reviewing Rogue One, a Star Wars story, because it just came out today in theaters and we got like our shirts on and everything.
Kylo Ren.
I have a better one. So we're going to be reviewing this and we're really excited because we waited like a whole year and we're so excited for the franchise reboot.
Yep.
Because it's just awesome.
That's pretty exciting.
Of course I have my coffee and Ryan's got milk because he doesn't really drink coffee, but he just had some cake that I made him because he got home from school. We just came back from the theater. I told Ryan not to say anything so we could kind of have like a fresh thing going in our mind. Oh, by the way, spoilers! We can't talk about this movie without spoiling everything about it. Or at least I can't.
So pause it.
Yeah, pause it, get out of the room. Don't watch this video unless you've seen Rogue One. So since you have been thoroughly warned, I hope you know what you're dealing with, okay? The gist. This movie is about how a group of rebels tried to steal the plans for the Death Star. Story right in between the third episode, which is Revenge of the Sith, and then A New Hope, which is the fourth one, which is the original movie for Star Wars. This movie is about the in-between stuff.
Right.
I think they did a very good job with tying everything in. It fills in the gap, I think, pretty well about like what happened in the third episode and the fourth episode. Senator Organa, Leia's dad, adopted dad, is in there, and then
pretty cool.
Guys, Leia was in the movie, and she was young, and it's because it was CGI.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was CGI. They did General Tarkin and Leia because Peter Cushing, who played General Tarkin, has passed away. And then Leia was CGI'd by a stand-in actor, and that was really cool. It's kind of a little obvious that it's CGI.
It looks like they're a little bit digital, but
yeah.
I mean, still, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is pretty impressive. I guess the beginning is that Galen Erso? He's the scientist who decided to give up the Empire life, and then they come get him, and that's like the first scene. They try to get him, his wife, and Jin, the daughter, who is the main character of this movie.
He doesn't want to help build anything for the Empire.
They're running away, and you know, they've kind of planned for this already. Director Krennic is the bad with the cape.
Oh,
he's with the cape.
The guy that wears white. The only guy that wears white.
Yeah, the only guy who wears white, which I think is very interesting because he's on the dark side, but he's wearing white.
Yeah.
And so Jin goes into this cave, and they're trying to find Jin because they're like, he's got a daughter, get her and stuff.
Then what happens?
This is Forrest Whitaker's character Saw Gerrero, which I thought it was Saul.
Yeah.
Like Better Call Saul.
Definitely sounds like Saul.
Yeah, I thought it was like from Better Call Saul in Breaking Bad. It's Saw like a
jigsaw.
Like yeah, like a jigsaw. There you go. And then the next scene you see her and she wakes up, I guess like from a dream or something like that. She's in a jail cell, which I don't know how she got there. Like, why is she in the jail cell? They don't explain that. They just know she's just a prisoner, and that's one thing.
Of the Empire.
Yeah, she's a prisoner at a work camp for the Empire. Oh, I completely forgot the intro to the movies. You know, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and then. They did not have the
Star Wars. Yeah. Nah, they just skipped right to the planet scene.
Yeah. It's like, oh, and you're like waiting for the music to start, you know? And then it just goes like on a planet and you're like,
oh.
It's kind of it's so anticlimactic. So the rebel forces, they come and rescue Jin.
K2SO.
K2SO. He's very sassy and I love it.
Yeah.
He reminds me of me.
My girlfriend said that he reminds her of me.
Well, Ryan is
tall and sassy.
Ryan is pretty tall and sassy. I get my sassiness from Ryan. So they rescue her, and it's because they want her to help find her father. And to find her father, she has to find Saw, the guy that kind of like raised her for a little bit and then left her off in a ditch somewhere, and he was like, I knew you were fine. Diego Luna's character, Cassian, and all the other rebel people are like, okay, we need you to go find Saw. And so they go to this city, like a desert city. It's kind of like where they get all of the energy that they need for the Death Star. So that's where they're mining and getting all the energy to power it up. They go to this city, what's it called?
Was it?
Jeddah
Yeah,
City.
that's what it is.
Jeddah. Oh, like Jedi.
Yeah. And then they also had another planet. It was Obi-Wan, but the letters were rearranged. It started
No.
it started with a W.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It was Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Wait, where?
Well, no, it's like W-O-B, and then it was just Obi-Wan rearranged though.
What?
Yep, so look out.
How did it? I gotta go watch it already again. Wait. Wobani. Obi-Wan. You're right. It's Wobani.
Yeah.
Oh. I did not even get that. See, this is why it's so good to have you on here. You're adorable and you recognize all this stuff. So.
Yep. Smart and good looking.
Smart and good looking. He takes
Dang.
after me. Oh yeah, Jin. Okay, so they get Jin and they're at the Jeddah City and they're trying to blend in and try to find where Saw is because there's a rebel pilot not a rebel pilot, an Imperial pilot
Yes.
who defected from the Empire by Jin's father's orders to go take this to Saw. He transfers the message to Jin. After like this cool fight that Saw's rebels, when they start attacking the Empire, and then Jin and Cassian get involved, and then they meet two new characters. Chirrut, who is blind. Chirrut is blind, and he's cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I think this movie really shows you that sticks are really great to hit people with. You don't need a lightsaber or
a blaster.
a blaster. You can just use a stick and kick butt. And then his friend Baze. Anyways, they find Saw, and then Saw gives Jin the message from her father. And Galen Erso says he knew that the Empire was going to build the Death Star without him, so he made the conscious choice to rejoin them. That way he could make sure
there was going to be a flaw.
There was going to
in
be
the
a
plan.
flaw in the Death Star. That there was going to be something that it's so small, but it causes such a big problem, and it's in the reactor, which they target in A New Hope. Ooh, it's all connecting. So exciting!
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's so cool. So basically, Jin's father tells her, you know, you need to do this. You need to make sure that the design of the Death Star and that this info about the reactor is given to the rebels and that they can do something about it. Back up at the Death Star, Tarkin is telling Kennec that they're going to practice for the first time the Death Star and how much it fires.
Yeah.
Because right now it doesn't have the potential to fire and kill a whole planet.
Right.
It just can kill it can just destroy certain areas. They shoot and destroy Jeddah City, and while Jeddah City is like crumbling and it's like an atomic bomb, except it reaches all the way to space. I think it's kind of a cool contrast because they show you where they're about to be like killed if they don't leave, but then up on the Death Star, it's just very quiet and you just see it kind of happening, which I think is like such a weird balance. It's like, what?
Whoa.
Whoa. Oh, now I remember. Okay, so Jin was saying, I just got this message from my father and this is what he said about the reactor, and everybody's like, Cassian knows from the Imperial pilot who defected, he knows where Jin's father is, and he says we'll take Jin over there, but really he has orders to kill Jin's father. So they kind of crash on this like really stormy planet that's like really mountainous.
It looks like there's probably like 1,000 hurricanes going on. Like,
so this is where Jin's father is, but also Kennec is getting over there because Tarkin said, well, you know how the pilot defected, it's because of orders from the engineering department, Galen Erso's department, and Kennec's like, what? Because apparently they were buddies when they were younger.
Yeah.
So Kennec goes over there and he's gonna try to find out who, you know, sent the pilot. He lines up all the engineers and he's like, okay, one of you betrayed us, so we're gonna have to kill you.
Everyone's gonna die.
Everyone's gonna die until you tell us who did it.
They proceed just to end up killing everyone.
Yeah,
even
they
after.
ended. Yeah, after Galen said, "Oh, it was me." They didn't kill Galen. They killed all the other engineers, and I was just like, "Yo, you trying to take one
And they
for
were
the
all
team."
old and
Yeah, they were
looked all sad in the
I know. They looked
rain
so
and
sad. I was
It was pretty depressing.
It was very depressing. I was just like, you know, these guys work so hard for scientific achievements, and then they just get killed because.
Well, they work hard for the Empire, and then
Yeah.
the Empire's like, too bad.
Cassian doesn't end up shooting, even though he has multiple chances to kill Galen. The rebels know that Kennec is there and Galen's there, and so they're going to go shoot up the Imperial place, and that sets off the Empire. And after a bomb goes off, or a big shot from one of the rebel planes,
Yeah.
Jin calls out to her father, but then blast goes off and it ends up killing Galen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a sad moment. You know, they take her off and they're gonna take her to the rebel forces, and she's like, "You lied to me." He said some spiel about.
He was saying pretty much that like he could have shot him and he didn't.
Yeah.
And he's had other orders before that he didn't like that he still did because he knew it was for the rebels.
It's for the rebels. It's for a good cause. That's what he believes in. So that's why he does all these terrible things that the rebellion tells him to do. They finally get back to Yavin 4, which was in the Battlefront game.
Yeah.
We used to play Battlefront on the PS2.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they go to the rebel base and the rebellion is like arguing, should we go to war? Is this going to be a war? Should we just back out of it while we can, or we're all gonna die? And Jin makes this good speech about how rebellions are built on hope. This is the time to fight now. And
they make a lot of references to hope.
How rebellions are built on hope. And that is, you know, a new hope.
Yeah.
Since the council didn't come to a unanimous agreement, they're like, well, Jin, sorry, we're not gonna fight. Jin, Bodhi, Baze, and then Chirrut are like, well, we'll fight with you.
K2 also tags along, but
he tags along too because it's because Cassian's like, we're all these like mismatched kind of guys, and we believe in you, and we're gonna help you. Like, this is the time to fight now. So they go with her, and then K2, he's like, I'm with you, Jin, only because Cassian told me I had to.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love this guy. He's so good.
He's funny.
He's really funny. He does remind me a little bit of you. But you're not as mean, sassy. You're just like...
I can be.
So the whole planet where all the database files are and all the sketches and engineering files that they have is on this beach-looking island called Scarif, which is quite lovely. Mm-hmm. Nice palm trees and everything.
It does look nice.
Yeah, they go on an Imperial ship and they're trying to get clearance to go, and that's when they come up with the name Rogue One. Bodhi comes up with the name Rogue One because they're going rogue, which...
They end up just taking off. They don't get clearance from the rebels. They just end up taking off, and they head out to Scarif. The planet's surrounded by like a force.
Yeah, it's a force field.
Like a force field, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a force field and shield around the entire planet.
Yeah.
And so they're able to land on the planet. Oh man, this is where y'all gets complicated because this is like the final. This is like battle. This is where it's all going down. I'm just gonna shorten it because I think this is so complicated, it's so hard to describe. But anyways, they're gonna send the plans to the rebel forces.
But they gotta get the shield down.
They gotta get the the satellite like of the building like stationed correctly. And basically there's a lot that happens, but I think the gist of it, everyone dies.
Yeah, all new characters.
Like,
which is expected because they're not in the other movies.
It's expected that they're gonna die, but you know,
it's still sad.
I still didn't see it coming, even though I knew it was only one episode because I thought, well, I don't know what I was thinking, but everybody dies. They are able to get the signal up, and they're able to share it with the rebel forces up there. Yeah. Everybody on that movie poster
the Death Star
dies because of the Death Star. Well, not Jin and Cassian are killed by the Death Star. Because they're alive when the Death Star goes off. Everybody else is shot.
Yeah.
And like K2, yo, rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody dies, and then so they get the information up to the rebel bases, but then like it's under attack by the Star Destroyer. It's Darth Vader's Star Destroyer. Darth Vader!
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was kind of neat to see him without all his armor on.
Just going back a little bit, Director Kennec, he's just like mad that Tarkin's like taking all of his credit for the Death Star. So he's going to complain to Vader. Do you think that's really a good idea? I don't think so. It's not a good idea. So he goes to where Vader's hiding, or got his deal, his spiel, MTV, crib.
Yeah.
But I was so excited. My mom was like tapping me and I was like, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Because I love Darth Vader's.
I honestly didn't think he was going to be as much in it as he was. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be. He was actually in it a lot more than I thought he was going to be. I thought he was just going to make like that one cameo to bridge what's happening in this story to A New Hope. At the end, it really focuses on Vader because
it ends pretty much with episode 4 starts.
Yeah, it's so cool because then you're like trying to connect and you're like, oh man, because I didn't think it was actually going to end where 4 began.
I thought it was gonna end like showing you that it's leading to where it's gonna end, but it doesn't really show you. But they did.
They did show you how it ends. Vader's scene with his lightsaber. Yo, that was awesome.
It was like dark
great.
smoke or fog, whatever.
I know, like the lights went out, and then you're just like, they're like, what's going on? And you see his lightsaber, his red lightsaber, and it goes off, and then he's like killing all the rebels, which I shouldn't be excited about, but it's Vader. He's so cool.
It was cool.
I always call them the fist bump ships from the rebels because I think they look like an arm that looks like a fist bump. It's like,
yeah, that takes off.
The guy who got the receiving end of the Death Star plans hands it off to another guy before he's killed. And then that guy gets onto one of the fist bump ships. He sails off. He hands it to a guy higher and he's like, Your Highness. And she turns around and it's Leia in all of her CGI glory. It's just great.
She said something referring
She
to
said
hope.
something about hope, and then it's like full circle. I kind of feel like it was a good thing to fill in that gap. It shows you the sacrifice that rebel forces were making before Luke entered the picture, and you know, the revival of the Jedi. It was just people in the rebellion trying to defeat the Empire, try to blockade them as much as they could. I think it does reinforce the idea of hope. Everybody sacrificed their lives. Vader, I think, is the only one who survives. Because of what they did, there's still hope to defeat the Empire because they were able to get rid of the plans. And so in episode 4, you know, they blow up the Death Star. Luke helps blow up the Death Star. One thing I was worried about, the love attraction between Cassian and Jyn. Just because I was like, do we really need another one? Because Padme and Leia, they got their stuff. They're good. Yeah. Well, like, because I loved it how they didn't really do it in Rey. And when Jyn, like, at Jeddah City, she's like kicking butt. She gets out like this baton. She's like, Fa-cha!
Yeah.
And then,
like,
Cassian's like, oh damn. This is cool. At the end, because like you can kind of see there's like a little bit more friendship. It's more than friendship towards the end with Cassian and Jyn. But I still didn't realize kind of that they were going to die together once the Death Star goes out, and they know they're gonna die. So they kind of just hug each other until it comes. And I'm not gonna lie, I was tearing up. I was just like,
pretty sad.
It was really sad. You know, these are really good people who just want to like help everyone else.
Yeah.
And they want to make sure that, you know, hope isn't lost. They do succeed and they sacrifice their lives, and I think it's just a great way to move the series and like to mesh the whole trilogies together.
I thought they did a real good job with all the characters, really.
Yeah, they did a lot of good
casting.
Their
roles, yeah.
One thing I do like is that the whole leader of the Rogue One group, for me, for representation purposes, none of them were white guys. I think they just did a great job of putting Easter eggs in there for everyone who loves Star Wars as much as we do. Apparently, I do not pay attention as much as this one. I have to see it more.
That's why we're gonna go watch it again.
Yeah, watch it again. Woo, because you can't watch Star Wars just once. You have to watch it more than once, especially in our family.
Every time.
Yeah, we love Star Wars.
Every time a new one comes out.
Yeah.
At least 3 times while in the theater. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like it down below. If you want some more awesome content from my sister.
Oh.
She's pretty cool.
Oh, thank you.
Sometimes.
Hey.
Most
I'm cool.
of the time. Most of the time.
All the time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed our little kind of, it wasn't even a review, it was like a lowdown on the whole movie. What he said.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe to my channel. If I don't see you guys before the new year, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and any happy holiday that you might be celebrating. Boxing Day, I think, is the day after Christmas. We're Americans. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.